Welcome back to my channel. Today, I wanted to share with you the process of going from $0 to $60,000 and the incredible results I've achieved with my dropshipping store by scaling a single product. My name is Paul. I'm 21 years old, and I've been working with organic content in my business for approximately 7 months. And the results have been amazing. I recommend that you stick around until the end of the video because I guarantee you won't regret it. As some of you may already know, I've focused on organic content on TikTok, which means I haven't invested in paid ads. Our strategy has been to concentrate on TikTok, since this platform has been ideal for showcasing our product to the world. Dropshipping with organic content has become a trend, and for good reason. With just a mobile phone and a good product, you can generate significant profits. And the best part is that by not spending money on ads, it leaves us with a profit margin of 50% or even more. Let's start by talking about a viral phenomenon we had on TikTok last June. A video featuring our product, this adorable piggy, has reached over 270 million views. Yes, 270 million. And this is precisely the product I'm here to show you today. The product came to us after an extensive search on AliExpress. Initially, we found only one supplier who had the ability to send us the pigs. At the time, they had 0 reviews, no followers, and no sales. So we had to take a risk. It was definitely a challenge for me. I contacted them and purchased 2 units, one of each size. The estimated shipping time was 10 to 15 days. But there were many problems along the way. When it was shipped, it was stopped at the customs in China and held there for a few days. Later, we found out that those pigs were returned to the supplier, so we started over. They prepared another order for me, and this time it had to be mine. When they arrived, I fell in love with the piggies. They were adorable, stress-relieving, and most importantly, they were a variation from the monkey. Obviously, the piggy wasn't my first product. In fact, it was the 3rd one. I had to do an exhaustive search to find a product that had the basic characteristics of a product I knew from the beginning would explode on social media. And it did. More specifically, I had to make about 60 videos until one of them went viral, reaching 50 million views, which at the time seemed like absolute madness. With those 50 million views, I made $12,000 in sales in a week. At that point, it was very clear that I had to maximize the potential of Porky before people started copying my product and videos. So I started scaling it. To do that, I had to buy 2 more mobile phones, create 5 additional accounts, apart from the one I already had, and upload 2 videos per day per account for weeks. That meant I had to make 12 videos per day. Out of those 5 new accounts, 3 were in the US and 2 were in Germany, as I noticed that Germany was the European country where I received the most orders. This left me with a total of 4 accounts in the US and 2 accounts in Germany, as the initial account was already in the United States. It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, I have to admit. Sometimes recording 12 videos per day was very tough. It took up a lot of time, dedication, and effort. I saw my friends going out to party, and my family didn't understand what they called a simple hobby. They made plans that I had to give up because I had to stay home and record. And to top it off, I had to combine it with the work I already had, filming and editing. So I have to say that mentally, it was a challenge for me. And now I'll explain why. Out of the 7.5 months I've been working in the dropshipping world, the first 4 were spent selling in Spain. And honestly, sales were low. I realized that dropshipping wasn't a very profitable business here in Spain. In the last 3 or 4 months, I started selling in the US. So if we count that in these last 2 months I focused on the pig, I have 2 months between where I tried 2 different products until I found one that worked for me. What happened with the first product, and I realized it later, was that it was very difficult to record and didn't generate much interaction. What happened with the second product was quite peculiar because I got almost 95 million views, but only made about 250 sales because the product was already overexposed. However, I decided to learn from my mistakes, and indeed, the 3rd time's the charm. Now, challenges have become popular, where people claim to make money with this business model in 3 days or a week. I have to make it clear that it's not like that. If you think you can monetize dropshipping in 3 days, you are very, very mistaken. To reach the point of making sales, you have to work hard, put in a lot of effort, and make sacrifices. It may take 2 months for one person and a year for another, but consistency is the key in this business model. For example, it took me about 3.5 weeks to start seeing some results, and that was after 7 months of experience. It was during that time that, little by little, a specific video started going viral and still continues to this day, with over 270 million views. So nowadays, that video has become the most viral video on TikTok in the product niche. In 1 week, I went from 200 followers to 500,000. Truly unbelievable. Thanks to scaling it and these millions of views, from May 1st to the end of June, which is 2 months, I managed to make an incredible $60,000 in revenue, leaving me with over 50% profit. Knowing that we don't spend money on ads or advertising, after deducting the minimal expenses for the website, domain, and product costs, I'm left with approximately $23,000. I have 2 sizes of the product. The large one cost me $25.05, and I sell it for about $44. Which gives me approximately a 45% profit margin. The small one costs me around $11, and I sell it for $24.95, which leaves me with a 60% profit margin. If you ask me whether I sell more of the small or large one, I would say that it depends a lot on the country of purchase. For example, in Canada and the US, it's true that proportionally, more people buy the large one. While for the rest of Europe, I've sold more units of the small piggy. There are people on social media claiming that it's impossible to make money with 2-week shipping times. So I'll talk about shipping times, which many people ask me about. Well, considering that my main market is the US, from preparation to delivery at the customer's doorstep, it takes 10 to 15 business days, which ends up being 2 to 3 weeks. I want to make it clear that this is not an exclusive business model for me. Anyone can achieve it with dedication, time, and the right attitude. There are no secrets or special skills required, just consistency and a passion for what you do. I showcase all the content and evidence on my TikTok profile, so I invite you to take a look. If you're interested in more details about the products or the website, let me know in the comments and I'll prepare more videos about it.